Alright, so we're working on this old taotao. This thing actually has 18,000 miles on it. It's pretty astonished, but the motor is locked up, and there's no point in trying to really build this, so we just bought a motor. It was like 300 bucks or something. So we just got it in. This is a long case motor because it's got the bigger wheels, but it's a 50. Even the outside's bubble wrap. So, see what the inside looks like. Can't say it didn't have coating. Hopefully there's bubble wrap on the inside, right? Pretty sure it was this side up. Hi, Rosie. How are you doing, man? So our intake's been getting hit. Styrofoam's gone. Before we do anything, we'll need to make sure. I got styrofoam on my beard. That we didn't get any styrofoam down the intake, which I do want to bet we did. And good. Hopefully the plugs match up. Be real nice. Otherwise, we'll have to rewire that. But first thing I'm gonna do is get the seat out, so I'm gonna be able to get to all the carburetor and stuff. You just pull these bolts off. A couple of 10 millimeters. There should be 2 more down in here. And a lot of these you gotta pull the seat loose too. Just grab a Phillips screwdriver. We'll just leave all our bolts for that in there. This will slide right out. Sometimes these will have 2 screws right here. Let me pull this out of the way. You can throw all your screws in your seat if you wanted to. And these slide down when you put them in, so just pull them upwards, they pop off. Alright, so there's a few things we need to do here. We've got our electronics coming out of our stator, so they've got that all zip tied. We need to clip the zip ties until we can get to our plug-ins. And hopefully that's all of them. That goes to our carburetor. And we also need to loosen up our carburetor here. And we'll have to take off our vent lines. We're also going to need to take that 8 millimeter off. So, if you need to mark these, mark them. This goes up to your fuel pump normally. There we go. GoPro, stop recording. Hook our plugs. We also got a starter wire that we'll need to get off the starter solenoid here. And hook our spark plug. Son of a biscuit. Alright, so we need to get this air box off. Should be free, so that's fine. We can just set that aside. All right, let's get the exhaust off. Off. Those shocks off. Don't lose your bolts. Those have to be about the same size. Need to take this bracket off here. One of these is longer than the other one. The bottom one is longer. a little sketchy. Should be a spacer in here somewhere. Don't lose that. Big problems. Another spacer. Alright, y'all ready for this catastrophe to happen? Could use a bungee cord and bungee cord some stuff up out of the way. We may have to take the dipstick off and lower the wheel pressure. I'll bet you. So. It may slide off without that. Aboard. Where's my dipstick? Alright, I need to take off this line that goes to the carburetor. That's your drain for your carburetor. It's got a flat-headed screw on the bottom of it. Right there. If you ever want to drain your carburetor, drain it and the fuel come out of there. These are already all unhooked, so that all should be good. We'll have to reuse this kickstand, so I'm gonna leave that on for now, but we'll go ahead and pull off our mounting bolt and this thing should be about ready to come off. Get on this. Alright, so I knocked the screwdriver through and got part of my bolt out. Screwdriver in there, somewhat holding the motor in. My bolt's out. There's a spacer in between there, the motor, so make sure you don't lose it. Alright, we might be clear. So slowly pull her out. Oh yeah, my back brake. So we've got to get this kickstand off, which can be pretty sketchy because this is under pressure. The fan is turned on. Might be easier with the kickstand down. Let's try that. Forget that spacer between your mounting bolt. Got her stabbed. Is that the correct word nowadays? Alright, so let's get one of our shocks mounted up here, hopefully. Back brake situated. Goes through the hole down here in the bottom. Get a bolt on there. Alright, so now we got our brakes in a normal situation. Try not to get any grease on there. Pry them open and they usually just pop like nothing. Wheel on. Alright. First. Got one big spacer here, and don't forget your little spacer. This one gets lost, one of them does, and I see these all the time. Coming apart on people, the nut comes loose. I'll leave a description for this motor in the link to the motor in the description. That's what I meant. Always best to get these mounted up loose first and then run them in. Kind of make sure green, white, yellow. This is rectifier, so as long as green's green, yellow and white don't matter. There's both 6 AC bolts. Black and red to black and red, and blue and white to blue and white. And technically we should have spark right now. Alright, we're gonna get got a new bolt for this exhaust. We had some janky stuff on there. Got my exhaust gasket in. Let's see about this one here. This only had one bolt down here. See if I can find another one to replace it with. Yeah, after a little further investigation, there's a bolt broke off in there. So we'll just snug that one up. I think it'll start now. We'll see what happens. Gas is in there. Carb's hooked up, fuel line's hooked up. It may take a second for it to go. Keys on. Well, had gas going to it and it wouldn't shut off. Just better double check the oil and stuff. Alright, so we got the motor on this little girl. Let's take her for a test ride. Let's see how she does. I don't know if the gas gauge is working. pretty chilly. Oh, she didn't idle. That ain't good. May have to adjust some stuff. Get a screwdriver and set the idle. Wait, maybe she's all right. I don't know if I've got one of these or not. I'll check. Anyway, y'all like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Any parts will be down there in the description. Like over there, subscribe, and do all that stuff. Y'all have a good day. Got a few more things to do with this. Actually, it's starting to idle now that it warmed up. So I think we're good.